Welcome back to my channel. Today, we explore the value of specific coins, the most valuable 5-cent Jefferson nickel coin value in market in dollars. So let's get started. First up, the 1965 Jefferson nickel. At first glance, it may seem like an ordinary 5-cent coin, but collectors know that some examples can be worth far more than their face value. If you have old nickels stored away in a coin jar, collection, or family keepsake box, you may want to check them carefully because the condition of your coin can make a big difference in its value. The Jefferson nickel has been a part of American coinage since 1938 and features President Thomas Jefferson on the front and his famous home, Monticello, on the reverse. The 1965 issue is particularly interesting because it was produced during a unique period in United States mint history. During the mid-1960s, the nation experienced a coin shortage. To discourage collectors from hoarding coins, the U.S. Mint temporarily removed mint marks from circulating coinage. As a result, all regular 1965 Jefferson nickels were struck without a mint mark. Many people mistakenly believe that the missing mint mark makes the coin rare, but for this year, having no mint mark is completely normal. More than 100 million 1965 Jefferson nickels were produced, making it a common date in the series. Because so many were made, most examples found in circulation today are worth only a small premium over face value. A heavily circulated coin with noticeable wear is generally worth about 5 cents to a few cents more. While that may not sound exciting, the story changes dramatically when a coin is found in exceptional condition. Collectors place a great deal of importance on a coin's grade. A coin that has spent decades in circulation will often show worn details, scratches, and dull surfaces. However, a coin that was preserved shortly after leaving the mint may still display its original shine and sharp details. These uncirculated examples are much more desirable and can command significantly higher prices in the collector market. One of the most important features that specialists look for on a 1965 Jefferson nickel is the quality of the steps on Monticello. On the reverse side of the coin, the building is shown with a staircase leading to the entrance. Many nickels from this era were struck with weak details, causing the steps to appear incomplete or blurry. Coins that display all of the steps clearly are known as full steps examples. Because they are difficult to find, collectors are willing to pay substantial premiums for them. A typical circulated 1965 Jefferson nickel may be worth only a few cents above face value, while a nice uncirculated example could sell for several dollars. Higher grade coins certified by professional grading services can bring tens or even hundreds of dollars. The finest known examples with exceptional preservation and full steps details have sold for thousands of dollars at auction. These rare pieces represent only a tiny fraction of the coins originally produced, which is why they attract so much attention from serious collectors. Another factor that can increase the value of a 1965 Jefferson nickel is the presence of a mint error. Mint errors occur when something unusual happens during the coin production process. These mistakes can include off-center strikes, doubled designs, clipped planchets, or other manufacturing abnormalities. While most 1965 nickels are ordinary, a genuine error coin can be worth considerably more than a standard example. Collectors often search through rolls of nickels hopping to discover one of these unusual pieces. If you own a 1965 Jefferson nickel and want to determine its potential value, begin by examining its overall condition. Look closely at Jefferson's portrait and the details on Monticello. Check for strong lettering, sharp details, and original mint luster. Next, inspect the steps on Monticello to see whether they appear complete and well-defined. Finally, look for any unusual characteristics that might indicate a mint error. If your coin appears to be in outstanding condition, you may want to have it evaluated by a professional coin grading service. One important thing to remember is never to clean an old coin. Many people believe cleaning will improve appearance and increase value, but collectors generally prefer coins with original surfaces. Cleaning can leave scratches and damage that may reduce the coin's value significantly. The 1965 Jefferson nickel may not contain silver, and most examples are not rare, but it remains an important coin in American numismatic history. Its connection to the coin shortage of the 1960s, the absence of mint marks, and the possibility of finding high-grade or full steps examples continue to make it a favorite among collectors. While most are worth only a small amount, the right coin in the right condition can be surprisingly valuable. The next time you come across a 1965 Jefferson nickel, don't spend it too quickly. Take a closer look and examine every detail. You never know when an ordinary-looking 5-cent coin could turn out to be a collectible treasure worth far more than its face value. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more fascinating coin discoveries and valuable coin stories. Next up, the 1989 Jefferson nickel with the P mint mark, a coin that many people have handled countless times without realizing it could have collector value. While this 5-cent coin is not considered one of the rarest nickels in American history, understanding its condition, rarity, and market demand can help collectors determine whether a particular example is worth more than face value. The Jefferson nickel has been a part of American coinage since 1938 and remains one of the longest-running coin series in the United States. The 1989 issue features the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the front and his famous home, Monticello, on the reverse. The coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is identified by the small P mint mark located next to Jefferson's portrait. During 1989, the Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of these nickels, making them very common in circulation. Because of this large mintage, most examples found today are worth only a small premium above their face value. However, condition is one of the most important factors in coin collecting. The coin we're discussing today is in extra fine condition. An extra fine coin shows light circulation wear but still retains most of its original details. Jefferson's hair remains well defined, the facial features are sharp, and many of the finer design elements can still be clearly seen. On the reverse, Monticello displays strong detail, and most of the architectural features remain visible despite some wear from circulation. In today's market, a typical 1989 P Jefferson nickel in extra fine condition is usually worth between 5 cents and 50 cents depending on its appearance and collector demand. While that may not sound impressive, collectors understand that even common coins can become desirable when they are preserved better than average examples. Coins that have attractive surfaces, minimal marks, and pleasing eye appeal often attract more interest than heavily worn pieces. One reason collectors pay attention to 1989 P nickels is the possibility of finding higher-grade examples. Coins that avoided heavy circulation and remained in exceptional condition can be worth several dollars or even significantly more if they receive high grades from professional grading services. These premium examples are much harder to find because most nickels from this period entered circulation and experienced years of wear. Another important feature collectors look for is the full steps designation. On the reverse of the coin, the steps leading to Monticello can sometimes be fully visible and sharply struck. When all the steps are complete and uninterrupted, grading services may award the coin a full steps designation. This designation is highly sought after because it indicates a strong strike and superior quality. A high-grade 1989 P Jefferson nickel with full steps can be worth far more than an ordinary example and may sell for hundreds of dollars under the right market conditions. Collectors should also watch for mint errors. Although major errors are uncommon, they can dramatically increase a coin's value. Double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, and other production mistakes are examples of errors that attract collector interest. Even small differences from normal coins can make a piece stand out and become more valuable than standard circulation examples. If you own a 1989 Jefferson nickel, it is worth taking a few moments to examine it carefully. Use proper lighting and a magnifying glass to inspect the details. Look closely at Jefferson's hair, the lettering, the date, and especially the steps of Monticello. Coins with sharp details and limited wear deserve special attention because they may be worth more than expected. Coin collecting remains popular because valuable discoveries can still happen in everyday change. Many collectors enjoy searching through bank rolls, old coin jars, and inherited collections, hopping to find overlooked treasures. While most 1989 Jefferson nickels will never be worth large sums of money, exceptional examples continue to attract interest from collectors who appreciate quality and preservation. The story of the 1989 Jefferson nickel reminds us that every coin has a history. It passed through countless hands, participated in everyday commerce, and survived decades of circulation before finding its way into a collection. Even a coin worth only a few cents can become a fascinating piece of American numismatic history when viewed through the eyes of a collector. So before spending your next nickel, take a closer look. That ordinary 5-cent coin could hold more value than you realize, especially if it has remained in excellent condition over the years. The 1989 Jefferson nickel may be common, but finding a truly outstanding example is what makes coin collecting both exciting and rewarding. Next up, the 1994 Jefferson nickel, a 5-cent coin that was produced at the Denver Mint. While millions of these nickels were struck for circulation, some examples in better condition can attract the attention of collectors and may be worth more than their face value. The Jefferson Nickel series has been a part of American coinage since 1938. The coin features the portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his historic home, Monticello, on the reverse. The 1994 Jefferson Nickel continued this long-running design and was struck in Denver, which is indicated by the small D mint mark found on the coin. In 1994, the Denver Mint produced more than 715 million Jefferson nickels. Because such a large number were minted, these coins are still relatively common today. However, condition plays a major role in determining value. A coin that has survived with minimal wear is often worth much more than one that has spent decades in circulation. When examining a 1994 Jefferson nickel in good condition, collectors look for clear details on Jefferson's hair, facial features, and the steps of Monticello on the reverse. A coin graded as good typically shows noticeable wear from circulation, but major design elements remain visible. So what is a 1994 Jefferson nickel worth today? In a typical good condition, the coin is generally worth between 5 cents and 25 cents. Since the coin is common, most examples found in circulation are only worth face value. However, collectors may pay a small premium for coins that have attractive surfaces or are included in complete Jefferson nickel collections. As the condition improves, the value can increase. Very fine examples may sell for around 25 cents to $1. Extra fine coins can bring $1 to $3 depending on eye appeal. Uncirculated examples that have never entered circulation can command even higher prices. Coins graded MS-65 or better may sell for several dollars, while exceptional high-grade specimens certified by professional grading services can reach significantly higher values. One important factor collectors watch for is the full steps designation. On the reverse of the coin, Monticello features a set of steps. If all the steps are clearly visible and uninterrupted, the coin may qualify for a full steps designation. These examples are much scarcer and can be worth substantially more than ordinary specimens. Another reason a 1994 Jefferson nickel might be valuable is the presence of mint errors. Collectors actively search for off-center strikes, double strikes, die cracks, and other unusual minting mistakes. Error coins can sell for anywhere from a few dollars to hundreds of dollars depending on the rarity and severity of the error. If you have a 1994 D Jefferson Nickel, take a close look at its condition. Check for strong details, minimal wear, attractive luster, and any signs of minting errors. Even though most examples are common, there is always the possibility of discovering a better-than-average specimen that collectors would be interested in purchasing. The popularity of coin collecting continues to grow, and many collectors enjoy searching through rolls of nickels looking for key dates, high-grade examples, and valuable varieties. The 1994 D Jefferson Nickel may not be one of the rarest coins in American history, but it remains an interesting part of the Jefferson Nickel series and a coin worth examining carefully. Today's market value for a standard 1994 D Jefferson Nickel in good condition is generally between 5 cents and 25 cents. Higher grade examples can range from $1 to several dollars, while premium certified full steps examples and major error coins can be worth much more.